BYU football does it again. They beat Cincinnati 26-14 to improve to 10-1. They refer to those night games in Cincinnati as Nippert at night, and it became Nippert in flight when BYU's offense just pounded Cincinnati's defense into the ground to close out that game. Here's BYU football head coach Kalani Sitake on the victory over the Bearcats.
I wanted them to play physical. I thought they did. Obviously, LJ can run the ball, and he's feeling a lot better. So, that's our guy. And just really proud of what our guys did up front, too, the O-line and everybody blocking. So, overall, I think we took care of the ball. Bear did, So, complete game. Still a little room for improvement, but I love the way that we played.
Hard not to love winning, and winning a lot. BYU, as we mentioned, now 7-1 in Big 12 play. They are 10-1. We'll see what happens in the college football playoff scene as games pan out this week. But right now, as we sit in the moment, Jarom, with BYU winning another tough road game, Kalani probably already answered the question, but how was BYU able to leave Cincy with that win on Saturday night?
2 words, LJ Martin.
Yeah.
LJ was unbelievable, man. 32 carries for 220 million yards. That's what it felt like. 32 carries, most since Tyler Algier against Washington State in 2021. 222, most since Tyler Algier's 266 against Bronco Mendenhall in 21 in Virginia. 8th most single game rushing yards in BYU history, 266 all-purpose, by the way. 4th most in a single game in the last 30 seasons. He goes above 1,000 yards on the year. I mean, LJ is having a really, really good year. He's the #1 running back statistically and probably just straight up in the Big 12, which is an incredible thing for the junior who is going to lead BYU for a 3rd year in a row in rushing.
If Jacob Rodriguez weren't doing
awesome.
what he's doing at Texas Tech, LJ Martin would have a case to be the player of the year in the conference.
Well, it could be the offensive player of the year, right? So we'll see, man. I mean, he's having a tremendous year. It's awesome. This was not Bear Bachmeier's finest hour. His yards per attempt were low. BYU did not complete a pass of air yards, 15+ in the game. Chase Roberts' hamstring injury had something to do with that. By the way, that was precautionary, keeping him out. Apparently it felt tight, and they took him out. He didn't pull anything, so he should be good for Saturday, we would think. So with Bear struggling and the pass game struggling a little bit, where do you go? It had to be LJ. If LJ does not have this kind of performance, BYU maybe doesn't win the game. They had to have it, and so they go into the room of requirement again, and Aaron Roderick pulls out LJ Martin for 222. Shout out to LJ and the O-line. The success rate, that is moving, getting at least 50%, of the yards on first down, and then on second down, getting in a third and manageable. 65% on the game, rushing. Coming in, it was 47% for the season. So BYU physically dominated Cincinnati in this game. I know it got close to the end. LJ scores right here. He could have slid down in bounds. And
No, glad he scored.
Punch it in, baby, because we like style points. The committee doesn't care like I was hoping they would, but it's all good. It's all good. It was great. LJ was amazing.
266 of BYU's 392 total yards, courtesy of LJ Martin.
68% of the...
He was BYU's leading receiver in terms of yards as well. And this has been a little twist in Aaron Roderick's playbook this year. LJ Martin, until this year, was not used as much catching the ball. This has now come into play pretty regularly, and I love it. Give him the ball in space outside. Let him make one move and go. Use his physicality. He ran with so much violence on Saturday night.
It was like rated R, and our audience doesn't watch that many.
I mean, Cincinnati like mouth guards are flying through the air.
It was like a neon green one. I was like, wow, he just knocked that guy's mouth guard out.
Poor defensive backs that are coming up as LJ gets to the second level to try and make those tackles. I mean, there was just so much violent contact, and that's why guys like Todd McShay and other NFL experts are beginning to take more notice of LJ. We'll spend some more time talking about that later this week. But the fury that he ran with, Jarom, was incredible. And he's not even 100% healthy. He's maybe 80 to 85%. And LJ felt it. I'm sure he is very sore this morning. There was a specific run in the fourth quarter, a few minutes left in the game. BYU's trying to milk the clock and seal the victory. And he's a little slow to get up. And so they rushed Enoch Nawahina into the game, and he's in the huddle, and LJ kind of stands up, takes one step toward the sideline, and says, no, I'm staying in, and pulls Enoch out of the huddle, sends him back over to the sideline.
By his face mask.
Yes.
It wasn't. He grabbed his face mask. I was like, whoa.
I loved it. And I asked LJ about that, and he said, I wasn't about to tap out. No one else on the team is tapping out. I wasn't going to be the guy to tap out. Oh, Jarom. I loved it so much.
Warrior.
Offensive line got it done. LJ got it done. After the game, again, I spoke with Kalani Sitake, the man of the hour, LJ Martin, Tanner Wall, and Keanu Tanuvasa, specifically about what LJ did on Saturday night, and here are their collective takes.
It was unbelievable tonight, and the O-line, too, they were just killing those dudes off the ball. So watching them just pick up 7, 8 yards carry at the end of the game when everyone in the stadium knows they're going to run it, and they still do it.
It's exactly what we needed from him, and I appreciate him. He's not 100%, but he played with the mentality that we wanted, and that's a monster mentality, and he just shows that even though he's not 100%, he can still play at a high level.
I mean, at this point of the year, I feel like everyone's going through something. So those guys up front, they're going through something. So, I don't want to be the one to tap out before them. So, if they're giving it their all, I want to give it my all too.
That's my guy. I was the first one out there. I don't know if the TV caught it, but right after he ran that guy over, got the first down, first one out there, I told him, there's no redo. So just finish the game, and I promised I'll pay for his massage or something.
Love that. Love the energy that Keanu Tanuvasa brings. Jarom, we've seen this movie before with these type of comments. Tyler Algier.
Yeah, feels very Tyler Algier-ish. Two different kind of running backs, right? But yeah.
Same sentiment.
Yeah, just
can't stop him. Like everybody knows you're going to hand it up. Can't stop him.
Yes, and another good O-line from BYU. And remember, BYU had basically 2 new tackles in Isaiah Jada and Andrew Gentry. Amazing. Okay, what does this mean for BYU's Big 12 championship college football playoff chances? Let's talk about it. BYU has a 97% chance to make the Big 12 title game, a.k.a. beat UCF. You're in.
Yep.
BYU clinches a spot with a win, or Arizona beats Arizona State, or Texas Tech loss and Utah win and Arizona State win. That gets
several paths in.
48% chance to make the college football playoff. It's 50-50 basically right now.
I kind of hate that. Because BYU's 10-1, and it's still only 50-50 to get in as an at-large.
I don't want to go there today. Let's spend time tomorrow. Let's focus on Cincinnati today. And the fact that BYU has won 10 games for another season. 4 times in the 6 seasons in this decade, BYU has won 10+.
It's incredible.
2020, 11-1. 2021, 10-3. 2024 last year, 11-2. And now 10-1 so far. We ain't done. 10-win seasons with true freshman quarterbacks. Remember talking about this?
Oh, yeah.
Pre-season, we're like, dude, only so many guys have done this. Look at what Bear Bachmeier has added his name to. Trevor Lawrence, 2018. Jake Fromm, Georgia, 2017. Jalen Hurts, Alabama, 2016. And then good for Jeff Godfrey for making this
being in that conversation.
And Bear, awesome. 2010. 3 of those, the middle 3 there, played in the national championship.
Of course they did.
Trevor Lawrence won. So he's just the 5th true freshman since 2000 to do this, Bear Bachmeier. And the team. It's not just Bear, but he's a huge part of this.
BYU, a heavy favorite, 18.5-point favorite at home against UCF to get to 11-1
down
in the
to
regular
17.5
season.
now.
Oh, down to 17.5.
Yeah, real swing there.
Dominate at home. Leave no doubt.
Well, the committee doesn't care if BYU wins by 1 or 40. I don't think they're going to do BYU any favors
Help that game control metric. Maybe this week will change their minds.
Game control. Strength of record. Come on.
BYU does have a fantastic strength of record, thanks in part to what they have done in the latest 6-game stretch. It's amazing. Okay, let's just rewind a little bit, shall we?
Yeah, and we totally called this. We were like, BYU's going 5-1. No, we didn't.
Let's go into the history books of BYU Sports Nation and
Are we
what
cold
we have
taking ourselves
discussed on this program.
Yeah, the program.
Before BYU played at Arizona and began the 6-game tough stretch.
Aaron Roderick called it the toughest stretch in BYU football.
BYU was 5-0. Right? We discussed our expectations for the Cougars over the final 7 games, obviously including the critical 6.
We didn't know Cincinnati was good at the time.
Here's what we both said back on October 7th.
We nailed it.
When you look at the back 7, I think 4 wins, very, very doable for BYU. and 3 losses because of the difficulty is understandable. This feels like right now a 9-win BYU football team in the regular season. Not saying they can't overachieve and can't go out and prove something different.
I think fair is 4-3. I think it could easily be 3-4, though. I think BYU needs to be careful. They have to make some clutch plays in close games to win. It is tough to be 5-0 and be like, yeah, we see kind of a 1 game above 500 record maybe coming here, and you hope it's not 1 game below. But the schedule's really tough. 6-1 is a big ask. And if this team pulls that off, and Bear Bachmeier and company are doing this, are you kidding me?
We are not kidding.
We're not kidding. What a run by BYU. And you think about how BYU's grown. I think if BYU played Colorado right now, they would crush them.
Yeah.
It was a 3-point game back on September 27th. West Virginia is an odd game. It's a 14-point game. But then, yes, you get to this tough stretch. Arizona. BYU's down 10 with 4.5 minutes left. That's an amazing win. Arizona's an 8-win team right now. That's the second best win on the schedule.
They might be a 9-win team after Friday when they play Arizona State.
Yeah. Utah is a good win no matter what Utah's record is. And guess what? Utah's hot right now. Survived giving up 472 yards to K-State over the weekend. At Iowa State, that was a nice comeback after BYU was down early. At Texas Tech, because BYU loses by 22, they're 11th and not 8th or 9th. TCU, tremendous. At Cincinnati, awesome. Incredible that BYU has gone 5-1 in the stretch. Just simply amazing.
Yeah, well, we said it. 4-3 feels understandable. They have crushed that.
Destroyed it. I love it.
They are a game against UCF and a win against UCF away from doing what we thought was almost unthinkable.
Yeah.
6-1 in the back 7 to finish 11-1. So credit to BYU for just.
We're just counting the UCF game as a win already.
I'm saying if that happens. Okay. Now we're talking about 6-1. Like they will have pulled that off.
There's a big check for me. Come on.
Amazing.
Come on.
11-1 regular season in year 3
and
of the Big 12.
And still not just for sure going to be in the playoff. Another frustrating thing is what happened Saturday during the game. You were there, Spence. The chant derogatory against the members of the Church of Jesus Christ of Latter-day Saints and Mormons happened. Cincinnati moments ago issued the following apology. John Cunningham, the director of athletics, said on behalf of the University of Cincinnati and Bearcat Athletics, I want to sincerely apologize to the BYU community and the Church of Jesus Christ of Latter-day Saints. The use of offensive or religious derogatory language by a group of fans during Saturday's game was unacceptable, does not reflect our values. We remain committed to creating an environment at Nippert Stadium where every visiting team and its supporters are treated with dignity and respect. What's your reaction, Smith?
I'm just waiting for the fine to come from the Big 12. As soon as it started, I thought, well, here we go again.
Yeah, $50K after the Colorado game. I would imagine it'd be similar. Who gets that money, by the way? Do we have an answer to that question? Like, where does that money go?
Brett Yormark, the commissioner of the Big 12, if he didn't make it clear against Colorado, he'll make it clear now. Yeah. They do not, and by they, I mean the conference officials do not stand for anything like that. And so while we always appreciate the higher-ups and the officials from the specific universities issuing apologies, yeah, it just kind of makes you wonder, like, what has to happen for it just to not happen?
Derogatory language is going to occur. That's not something that you can control among college students, typically. If you make it about the school, there's no apology required.
Texas Tech did.
When you make it about religion, then it changes. Now you're required to do something like this, and you are fined. So that's a simple fix that could change all of this. So I appreciate the apology, but I am very tired of it happening pretty consistently. I'm very tired of it.
Unfortunately, it's an added to the list type scenario.
Yeah. Okay, number 9, men's basketball beat number 23 Wisconsin, 98-70 on Friday at the Delta Center. What was the best part from BYU's 28-point win over a ranked Wisconsin?
Jarom, that BYU did it in some capacity by using all of their pieces. I thought this was BYU's best game as an entire team. I know that the big 3 still did their thing, obviously.
But it was a lower percentage of points, yeah.
But Kevin Young said after the game, he felt like this performance in this game was the first time that BYU showed off why they brought all of their pieces into this roster and were able to flex in that regard and show their depth. And everybody hit big shots, made big plays. Obviously, Richie Saunders got going late. And He went nuclear from the three-point line in the second half. It was so fun to watch.
Well, he'll be playing on that court next year, too.
Hopefully not the purple court, but an NBA court.
In the NBA Cup, maybe? He'll play in Utah at some point next year. Who knows?
We've heard it looks better in person than it did on TV.
Let's hope so.
5 of 9 from the three-point line. I believe he started 1 for 5. I had multiple BYU fan friends texting me saying, hey, what's the deal with Richie Saunders' three-point shot? Just breathe for a second.
Everybody, just PSA. Wait till the end of the game. Wait till the end of the game. Who cares what someone does in one half? Haven't you learned that with BYU against UConn? AJ, all these people at me, beginning of the UConn game, end of the UConn game. I didn't hear from any of you fools. None of you watch this show because they're Utah fans and other national people. But Notre Dame and Oregon fans coming at me and wait till the end of the game. Yeah. Richie Saunders goes off.
Richie was great.
By the way,
the whole team performance was my favorite.
51 points against Wisconsin for Richie because he had 25 in the tourney. Badger killer.
Yeah, they never want to see that guy again.
No.
Ever.
No.
Loved their caption, by the way, from the University of Wisconsin's basketball account. The court was weird, though, right?
That was the count. Yes, that was so good.
That's all they said.
I agree with you. I thought this was great for the team, and I think the role players are coming together with the Brig 3. Dawson Baker has scored 10-plus in 3 games now. He's been starting, right, for Kennard Davis. Kennard Davis out until we're told he's not.
Dawson doing his thing. Good for him.
50% from 3, 9 of 8 from 3 this year. 14 made threes as a team. That was great. Great defense, by the way. 70 points allowed, 38% from the field. Points per possession with like 0.95. BYU's 1.3. It was great. And BYU, when AJ went out, it was like, okay, what's going to happen? BYU went +7 in those like 10 minutes he was out. It wasn't a huge deal. Most teams, if your number 1 future NBA draft pick goes out, you go, oh, we're in trouble.
Yeah, Kevin Young said he was a little nervous, like, ugh.
What's going to happen? BYU was great. Rob Wright, the third, was spectacular. He was awesome with 11 assists, 7 boards, and all that. So, great win. BYU put 98 on a ranked team. That was amazing.
It'll do.
That'll do, Pig.
It'll do.
One of my favorite movies. So good.
Hadim Boot, by the way, the steal and the dunk.
Dunk?
Then the timeout, and then the chest bump from Kevin Young. I love how excited Coach gets.
A lot of energy.
In those moments.
A lot of energy.
Okay, let's keep the good vibes rolling, shall we? BYU women's soccer, the Cardiac Cougs. They beat UCLA in PKs to advance to a 10th Sweet 16 in program history. BYU's second straight win in PKs in this year's NCAA tournament.
And third in the last 5 games.
So we should just expect a PK scenario against Stanford, right? Tonight in Palo Alto.
They are the bane of BYU's existence in the tournament.
I know. They really are. They've had their way with BYU.
Oh, regional.
Do you want BYU to go to PKs with Stanford tonight?
Yes! Because Chelsea Peterson is the GOAT at PKs. Is she the greatest goalie already in BYU history based on what's happened the last 2 weeks? Amazing. Amazing. Yes. I did love that BYU, not only does she stop the first 2, BYU sends up its 2 UCLA Bruins against UCLA, and they both go boom, boom, goal. I thought that was awesome.
Yes. An immediate boost
Walbrook,
of confidence.
Vance.
Yes. Really, really good. BYU had to win in PKs in the Final Four to get to the national championship game back in 2021.
Yes.
So they do this. They seem to like excel at the highest level. Lost in PKs to Florida State.
Yeah.
But more often than not, BYU has been very successful in that scenario. So I'd take a PK situation, absolutely.
1,000,000%. I think that'd be great. Women's cross country took second at NCAA Nationals. Jane Hedegren second individually. Congratulations. Men took 11th. Are we disappointed in any way that the women and Jane did not win the Natty? Because expectations are high for this team.
Yeah, BYU had been overtaken in the rankings a little more than a week before Nationals
by NC State,
who won.
Yeah.
And Diljit Taylor's comments after the race where she pulled her team around, I didn't realize how much of an uphill climb, figuratively speaking, BYU had against NC State when she said, look, we needed everything to go right, and then we needed some help. And we did basically everything we could. It was an incredible performance. So that was eye-opening for me because I didn't realize that it was that much of a significant challenge, an uphill climb for BYU to win on Saturday. So maybe my expectations were a little bit too high. based on how good NC State was and running at that point of the season.
I am not disappointed that BYU took second.
No.
And Jane took second, but I was hoping for a natty from both.
Back-to-back natties?
Yeah, that would have been
incredible, right?
Fun.
Yeah.
But BYU does great again. Congratulations. It was awesome.
Let's just keep going because we're not done. We told you it was a wild winning weekend. Number 25 BYU women's volleyball, off their best match of the season, played an even better match against number 13 Kansas on Friday night. Or maybe it wasn't. I don't know. Jarom, like you've watched this team more closely than anybody.
Yeah.
Was Friday BYU's best performance and win of the season?
Performance, maybe not, but win, yes, because Kansas has the highest RPI of anybody BYU's beaten all year. That was TCU previously. TCU's dropped just a touch.
Yeah.
It was 13 for Kansas, but they came to Utah and lost in 3 up in Salt Lake and 3 in Provo. So I'm not sure, but to me, that's one of, if not the best win of the season. BYU is on a heater. Suli Davis, Claire Little Chambers are playing like Richie Saunders and AJ DeBonsa like levels. They're on fire right now.
They are playing good volleyball at the right time.
Utah Wednesday at home. Come to Provo or watch that match on ESPN
Then
Plus
postseason.
at Colorado Saturday. Then the NCAA tournament.
go.
And they won't host. They'll go on the road, but they are playing well into the tourney.